Welcome to Wednesday Night Asylum. Here we are, Ep.4. We're a month in, boys and girls. I'm telling you right now, I'm wearing my Micro Maidens t-shirt that my boy um, Tony, the wise man, got me. As I say, it's UWO. It's UWO forever. But beside the point, Micro Maidens, man, I'm telling you right now, it's not for kids. It's not for kids. No, 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 no. It's a wild show that I'm not going to go into here. But I'm just going to say, if you ever get a chance to check out the Micro Maidens, go check out the Micro Maidens. Especially if you're single, if you don't have nobody hounding you, if you don't have a girlfriend to answer to, a wife to answer to, regardless, man. I'd say go behind their back and check them out, but don't come to me for relationship advice because I am single. All right, let's start off tonight. Wednesday Night Asylum. AEW just went off the air. I am alive like I promised to be. And let's talk about Brody King. He's a big boy, man. He's a big boy. He's right up there with Bam Bam Bigelow. He's right up there with Vader. He's a big boy. He's athletic. Will he beat MJF next week in the qualifier match for the World Heavyweight Championship for AEW? I That's hard to say. That's hard to say because you got four men going for that title shot in March. And that is Kenny Omega, Hangman Page. We got Swerve Strickland, and we got the Idol, El Idril. I can't roll my tongue like that. But we got Mr. Jump back and forth between WWE and AEW more so than Rick Rude, the ravishing Rick Rude. He jumped back and forth between WWE and freaking the AEW more than ravishing Rick Rude did the WWF and WCW. Now, look, do I think it's Brody King's time? Honestly, no, I don't. Because I'm telling you right now, a face is going to win between the four. That's Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adams Page, Kenny Omega, and Ali Dro. Face will win between those four to face off against MJF at Revolution in March. And what else I'm hearing rumors about in March? I'm hearing that AEW is going to come out with their first ever, not two, but one, first ever GM for AEW. And you know who I'm hearing voices inside my head telling me that GM's going to be? It's going to be none other than Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon. To my understanding, Shane McMahon and Tony Khan have had secret meetings behind the scenes. He's been backstage at AEW before. He's been seen with doing backstage shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Backstage interviews with Tony Khan about becoming the GM. He did retire from WWE in 2022 due to backstage disagreements about at the Royal Rumble in 2022. So it's been 3 years away from WWE. WWE is sold from Vince McMahon to TKO, so he's out of TKO. It doesn't have anything to do with WWE. So, what do I think of that? What do you think of that? Most of all, what do you think of that? I mean, to have Shane McMahon, the former son's owner of WWE, the former owner's son of WWE, be AEW's general manager? What I mean, honestly, what do you think of that? That'd be the wildest thing to ever happen in wrestling in a long time. It really would. It'd be the wildest thing to happen in wrestling in a long time, and I'm for it, and I'm hearing that it's going to happen in March. March. That's just right around the corner. We're just a month away from maybe seeing that happen. All right, look, let's see here. Where am I going with this? Brody King, I think my prediction next week, Brody King gets cheated out of the qualifier. Bottom line, I don't think he wins. I don't think he does the time limit. I think he gets cheated in some way. His title match is coming. And but do I see Brody King winning the championship before Revolution? No, I don't. I don't see it. I don't see it at all, not whatsoever. And but I think his time is coming. And also watching tonight's AEW, it's just like the women's division in AEW is hot, and I don't mean just looks. I'm not talking about just looks. I'm talking about as athletics people. It's athletic individuals. AEW has a hot women's division, and with Chris Statlander leading the way as the champion, and Willow Nightingale and the Bates of Wrath having the tag team belts. Now this is what I'm saying. Tekla, the Human Spider, lost tonight. All right. The Sisters of Sin go for their tag team title shots on Saturday. Well, let's say they lose two. All right, hypothetically, let's say they lose two. What if we had a 3-on-3, 6-man tag, 6-woman tag, put all the belts on the line? We're talking about going back in time to a place called In Your House when you had Shawn Michaels as I think he was the world champ. He was the Intercontinental Champion. We had Diesel as the world champion against the tag team champions of Owen and Yokozuna. All the belts was on the line. If Shawn Michaels got pinned, whoever pinned Shawn Michaels got the Intercontinental belt. If Diesel got pinned, whoever pinned Diesel got the World Heavyweight belt. If the tag team champions lost, the tag team champions lost their belts. And the tag team champions did lose their belts that night. They did lose their belts that night. And, it's a sad thing that they didn't run with that storyline further than they did, because the next night on Raw, they relinquished the tag team belts back to the tag team champions, and Michaels and Diesel, I don't recall ever getting a rematch. That's right up there with Finn Balor not getting a rematch for the Universal Championship after he lost his Universal belt, but that was last week's news. But speaking of which, I said that, AEW has a hot women's division. Think about it. Between AEW, Ring of Honor, NXT, WWE, TNA, who do you think has the best women's division? That's really hard to think of, man. It just blows your top off when you try to think of it. And that's hard to say. That's hard to say. You got Alana Black. Elena Black just signed with TNA. She obviously got tired of her OnlyFans gig, and she got Tiffany Statlander with WWE, who's still not back. You got Jade Cargill now with WWE, former with AEW. You got Chris Statlander with AEW. We got Alicia Edwards with TNA, and so forth. So Saruka with in NXT. I mean, it's just like, which division is better? If you were going to take all the divisions, including Athena in Ring of Honor, and you were going to put them together under one roof for one night, who would you book? Answer that in the comments below, who you would book for that type of Evolution event. And that'd be an Evolution event gone wild right there. I'm telling you that right now. Speaking of which, gone wild. The System 2.0 is wild, and I'm gonna have to get what I'm staring at. I mean, what did y'all see that on TNA? I mean, really, did y'all see that on TNA where the System broke up, where Fandango introduced Bear Bronson to join the System? Then Bear Bronson attacked Fandango, then Cedric Alexander come down and kicked Moose out. I mean, honestly, we got System 2.0 now. I don't know what to think about that. I really don't. I don't know what to think about that at all. I think it's wild as can be. You don't know what to expect out of TNA right now. And the Feast or Fired match brought the Feast or Fired match back. And here's my predictions for the briefcases. The briefcases is going to be opened, and Eddie Edwards is going to get the tag team belts. Trey Miguel is going to get the X Division. Steve Macklin is going to get the World Championship. And Eric Young's going to find himself being fired again. That's my prediction. Eric Young's going to be fired. Macklin's going to get the World Championship. Eddie Edwards is going to get the Tag Team Championship. and Trey Miguel's going to get the X Division championship belt contract. But that's my prediction on that. And it's just wrestling's good to watch again. Wrestling is good to watch again, and I'm just like amazed at everything that's going on. We got Mr. Elegance now of all places, man. The Elegance brand, they just crack me up on TNA. Who's your favorite, promotion to watch? That's a good question. What promotion do you not miss watching each week? There's the question. Is it WWE, which you find either on Netflix or USA, or is it NXT? It's on the CW, or maybe it's NWA. They're on Roku now. I have to admit, I haven't watched it since it's been on Roku, but I need to. I really need to. And but one thing that shocked me tonight, I must mention, is Tommaso Ciampa showing up in AEW. He is all elite, baby. He's all elite now. Now, is he going to the TNT Championship Saturday night? That's the question. I think is he going to come in, dominate, and then they put a strap on him? I don't know. I don't know how to call that. I would love to see it. No, I don't have nothing against Mark Briscoe. I really don't. I have nothing against Mark Briscoe at all. But I would like to see Tommaso Ciampa come in there and beat Mark Briscoe Saturday night and become the new TNT champion. And I would love to have a replica of that TNT championship belt, to be honest, since I'm being honest here. And, I think more about that, Kenny Omega, going back to Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Swerve Strickland and Andrade, El Idolo. What if Kenny Omega comes out on top out of this for here in 2026? Just now getting started with 2026. What if he goes to Revolution? What if Kenny Omega, who's my pick, goes to Revolution in March? Now look, Kenny Omega's been through a lot. He's been through a heck of a whole lot. With that intestine problem he had and having to get all that surgery done, and now to be back in in-ring competition, something they didn't think was going to happen. He's been through a lot. For him to come back, fight his way to this top, get himself a championship opportunity in March, that'd be wild. Especially if he won it. Especially if he took Mr. MJF down and won that championship belt. That would be wild. And that's a true Cinderella story right there. And I know a lot about Cinderella stories. But for that, with all that being said tonight, I'm going to cut the Unknown Asylum, Wednesday Night Asylum podcast short tonight. And just say, be sure to tune in Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock when I go live. Like and reshare my other videos I got on my podcast channel. And there's something in there for everyone. There is something in there for everyone, I think. And because it's the Unknown Asylum podcast channel, right? Because you don't know until you know what you're going to get on the Unknown Asylum podcast channel until it just pops up. All right. Anyway, UWO forever. That's the end of cut it for the night.